This afternoon, about 2:30, we received a call for a vehicle coming the wrong way on the lower level of the terminal roadway. When it hit Terminal B, so officers got that word in advance. When the vehicle hit Terminal B, he was confronted by an officer in the middle of the roadway. The vehicle stopped, and as soon as it stopped, the driver jumped out and started firing at the police officer and at the building and actually behind him. So what we had there was the start of an active shooter situation. The Park Police responded by returning fire. The shooter was struck, he went down and was transported to the hospital by EMS. I will say that the officer who stopped this saved a lot of lives, because this guy had a full box of ammunition. He had a .45 caliber handgun that he was shooting in the direction of the terminal at the police officer and behind him indiscriminately. So we were very lucky today not to have a lot of people injured or killed during this event. We closed down all incoming traffic to open it up a short time later to the departure lanes. The bottom stayed closed, it's still closed, the arrival area, but the upper area we opened traffic to. But I want to repeat again that the officer who stopped this individual saved a lot of lives. The shooter had a lot of ammunition and a big handgun that he was shooting indiscriminately toward people. So my hat goes off to the officer who stopped him in his effort to shoot people. And we believe that this is the same individual that was shooting off of the flyover at 281 and 1604. The exact same description, pretty much the exact same shell casings were found. So we believe that it is the same person. Let me just recap again. 2:30, we get a call for a vehicle coming the wrong way on the lower level. The vehicle was stopped by a police officer at Terminal B. The driver jumped out and immediately started shooting at the police officer, shooting into the terminal and shooting behind him before he was stopped by an officer who returned fire. The shooter went down. He was treated by EMS and eventually transported. He was pronounced at the hospital. The officer, in my opinion, was a hero today. Saved a lot of lives that could have been lost by this active shooter. We do have some history with him. We believe there were some mental health issues related to this individual. And I want to ask Tom Bartlett, the Deputy Director of Airport Operations, to come up and talk about airport operations and how they were affected.
We'll answer questions at the end. We'll answer questions at the end, guys. We'll just go through this briefing.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, my name's Tom Bartlett, Deputy Director of Aviation Department. And just to give you an update of the impacts on the passenger traffic in and out, as the Chief had mentioned, that lower level, which is the arrival passenger level for pickup, is closed, remains closed. And all traffic is being routed to the upper level, which is a departure level. So we have passengers that were arriving or up on the departure level to meet their parties to be picked up and to leave. Also, the passengers arriving can also utilize the tunnel or the above roadway crosswalk to get into the parking garage as well. The FAA, Federal Aviation Administration, initially put a ground stop for any arriving and departing flights. That has been lifted, so we have flights coming in. You just heard one in the background. So we have arrivals, and also we're going to be departing shortly. The Transportation Security Administration, what we did is they had, would dump the terminals, the sterile area beyond the checkpoint. We took all the passengers that were in the waiting to board their aircraft. We moved all those passengers back into the main lobby of the terminal, and they're being re-screened right now or very shortly. So we're starting to recover with our operations. might be a little slow, but we'll be able to gain, and we see a lot of traffic behind us here. So people are moving. It might be a little congested for a little bit, but we're striving to get back into regular operations here as quickly as possible. Thank you.
Hello, Christopher Combs, Special Agent in charge for the FBI. I want to commend the San Antonio Police Department for their work here today. There's no question that this could have been an active shooter of far greater damage here. As the chief said, the individual showed up with weapons and ammunition. That police officer that stopped that man undoubtedly saved numerous people that were in that lower level of the airport. We responded to the scene as soon as San Antonio Police notified us, as we do with all active shooters. This is a local investigation. At this point in time, we see no connection to any federal nexus, any terrorism, anything like that. As the chief said, unfortunately, this man has a history of some mental imbalances. He's known to the police department, and we will stay by and assist the police department in their investigations. Thank you very much.
Just a few questions. We'll take 2 or 3 guys, all right?
So, Chief, what makes you believe that this person is the same one that was firing off of 281 earlier today?
We believe that because he fit the exact same description of the shooter up on 281.
Chief, can you confirm that the suspect did pass away at the hospital, or did he was pronounced deceased on scene?
Well, he was transported, and as far as I know, he was pronounced at the hospital.
And one more question.
And was he stopped outside? Did he ever get inside?
No, it took place on the terminal roadway, right outside Terminal B.
Amanda.
Chief, we've heard that the suspect has a history, a military background. Can you confirm that for us?
That I don't know.
Do you have any identifying info on the suspect age or anything like that?
He's in his 40s. That's all I can give you right now.
Can you tell us race as well?
His race is irrelevant.
We've heard people were injured because they were pushing away inside the airport. Any injuries?
You know, there was one individual who was, we believe, hit by shrapnel from one of the bullets. I don't know that for a fact. That's what I'm told on the scene. That person was treated by EMS. I don't believe that person was transported. And there was one other person who was injured running away. That person fell.
Is your officers okay?
The officer's okay, 11-year veteran of the Park Police.
Do you have any idea how many rounds were fired?
I do not, no.
Do you have a name for that officer?
No.
What
Chief,
hospital
any
was the
prior
suspect
history
taken
with the
to?
suspect?
I don't know what hospital taken. Pardon?
That's it, guys. When we have more, you all will get more, okay? Thank you all so much
Thanks,
for
everybody.
waiting.
Thank you.